Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Dr. Woodcock, a priority of the FDA is encouraging the development of abuse-deterrent opioids. Manufacturers should be incorporating these technologies into their products and testing whether they deter various routes of potential abuse, intranasal, intravenous, etc. If they do, manufacturers need to be able to include this data in their product labeling and communicate this useful information to healthcare providers. I understand a recent exclusivity determination by FDA calls into question whether multiple manufacturers in the same product class could make such claims even if their data justifies it and even if they're using different technologies. Is that accurate?
It is likely accurate. I think, like many of the laws governing exclusivity that Congress passed long ago, they certainly didn't foresee some of the situations. And we struggle all the time with trying to figure out how to apply exclusivity fairly and justly to everyone, and yet not disadvantage public health goals that we may have.
And so you would agree it probably would discourage a manufacturer if they can't go forward and discuss that a company or a manufacturer might not invest as much if they think that somebody has beaten them to the punch by a few months. And so what you're recommending, if I understood your previous answer, is that we probably should take a look at it and change the law.
Well, I can't go that far because,
Yes,
of course,
ma'am.
that's your purview.
Thank you.
But I do believe that times have changed.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate that. Speaking of product manufacturers being able to share useful scientific data and information about their products with doctors, I understand that some previous leaders at the Department of Health and Human Services would not allow FDA to work with Congress to clarify in a responsible and constitutionally sound manner how manufacturers can communicate truthful and non-misleading off-label information. Now, as you and I were just discussing, I prefer that Congress work with you all to make the rules as opposed to leaving it to the courts to decipher. Will you commit to working with us to set up some clear rules of the road so folks know what they can communicate and what they can't?
Certainly, we'll work with the administration, through the administration, with you on this issue.
All right, I appreciate that very much. With that, Mr. Chairman, I appreciate the time and yield back.
I yield back.